of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd down. And it looks like The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's tackled.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now. It's Sanders, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First down.
25 yards that time.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Sanders. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, but whatever they said appears to have worked. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw him.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Binds under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 10. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
36-yard line.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
36. Check 99. Check 99. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Mustang 19. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Eagles.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Show it up.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Eagles 6, Washington nothing.
Check 15. Check 15. You go tight. You got tight right there. Yeah.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
On 1st down, Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it. and take the pressure off.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
31's the mic. Yo, baby, tight. 19 tight. Get that boy. 31's the mic. Let's go. 31's the mic. Watch the run.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So unable to convert from a touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Complete.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. 1st down, Washington.
58, boy, 58, come on. Okay, just like that.
Murray now on 1st down. This is brought in by Gibson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the right side and complete to Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Eagles. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback. But the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers. And they went after that one and took it all the way.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Murray. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Murray with a 3rd and long. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
At the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray. Forced out to his left. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
The Eagles take over first.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
For Jalen Rager, incomplete.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quick.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And it's fielded at the 34. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch it. Safety's creeping.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 22-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. This is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Eagles 23. Washington.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will make the lead now 26. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
His kick
well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a play fake. Brady winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Miles Sanders.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Washington.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Looking downfield for Godwin. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got into the turf. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Eagles on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
and 11 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Tonight.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Eagles, there's